Welcome to the Planet Paintball Podcast, the ultimate podcast for paintball enthusiasts. Each week, we dive into the world of paintball, bringing you stories, insights, and tips from players, coaches, and industry insiders. Sponsored by 1023 Sportswear. Looking for high-quality gear that performs as hard as you do? Check out 1023 Sportswear. And as a listener of the Planet Paintball Podcast, you can get 20% off your order with the code Planet Paintball. Suit up, save big, and play your best.
All right, welcome back to the Planet Paintball Podcast, brought to you by 1023 Sportswear. That is 10TEN23 Sportswear.com. They can provide you with all your custom apparel stuff and Southwest Paintball in Bayfield, Colorado, and the Matrix Restoration guys. And we're going to throw out Green Goat today. If you got aches and pains, you're an aging paintballer, Green Goat's where it's at after the day. Hit them up. You can find them on Instagram, and they'll get you sorted with your new favorite rub. Today, I got Zach with me from the Paintball Lounge, which is a podcast that focuses on Louisiana paintball. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Thank you for having me on here. This is pretty cool.
Hey, we got to look out for each other.
Yeah, without a doubt. But now it's like I'm always interviewing guys and girls. Now it's my turn to be interviewed. I'm like, oh, okay, this shall be interesting.
Well, let's get started with it, man. Where did you find paintball?
So I was actually, when I was a kid, a cousin Colin, we were on a field trip at one time, and I heard about, the sport of paintball because I think him and his friends were like, oh, we're going to go play paintball. And back then I was just like, I was a geek. I was always playing video games, and I was not interested in like being socializing or anything like that. It was more like, just be by myself.
Uh-huh.
And then it was 2011. It had to be 2011. I was about 15 or 16. And the boyfriend that my sister was dating at the time, he was into paintball the way and now I'm into it. Like he had the E-Tech 4, the camo, the flashy jerseys, and it was my birthday. And I was going to command with them, and I was actually scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was terrified because I was like, is it gonna hurt? Like, because here I am, like, I don't know nothing about the sport. I've heard of it, like, being an extreme sport and everything. And I was terrified. But then I got onto command in Mandeville and fell in love with it. Shot a Tippmann 98. Then next time I went there, I got the big package deal, which was like a invert mini.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like, I didn't like that invert mini. I really didn't. I was like, this is too small.
Yeah.
Like, it was too itty bitty and too shiny. I was like, I'm trying to have fun and not to be the target. But yeah, ever since then, I've been loving it. Like, it's my therapy.
Okay. Going out on the regular still every other week or every week?
Actually, I used to go every Sunday and be like, because I wanted to be in the competitive side. But then one time I fucked up my knee at a tournament, and I didn't have to get any surgery or anything, but I was in a lot of pain. And I was playing snake side. Dove into the snake, and my right knee went the other way. Yeah. But the friends I was with, I'll just tell you this. They were country. Like, I'm talking about hardcore country. They literally snapped my knee back in place.
Man.
And that's why I never got surgery or anything like that, but I was out for like a long time. I was out for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And like, it sucked. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It really sucked because I see my boys, like, they are going to World Cup and everything. Here I am, like, can't do anything.
Yeah.
This sucks. But now I just play whenever the wind takes me. Like, if the wind tells me, hey, go to Republic and Mississippi or the NOLA in New Orleans, Louisiana, of course, LAX, whichever wind takes me. And just spreading love.
So how quick did you go from your first 2 times to like playing in tournaments and stuff?
Like, so it actually happened like one time at PBC that a group of guys like spotted me and he's like, "Hey, you want to play with us?" And I'm like, "Sure. Let's go. Sure." And here I am. I'm just like a teenager. I'm just like, just enjoying the sport and everything. And I never really thought about playing. Like, I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. It's just gonna be a one time thing. But Sean, may he rest in peace and everything, took me underneath his wing and showed me everything, the ropes, like how to like clean a gun, how to clean a hopper, snap shooting. And I give him nothing but love and respect. And I wish he was here, but things happen. And he took me to a lot of places. He took me to a lot of tournaments and like different states as well, like very different states. I never thought I was gonna go. I went to Philly one time to play a local tournament over there. I didn't pay for it.
He just took you.
He just took me. He's like,
Nice.
"Hey, my mom's paying me. My mom is paying for us." I'm like, "Okay, let's go." Like, fuck yeah, let's go. And yeah, just the story about it was like, I was having fun and, I was also learning a lot about life, like as well, because being, a kid who gets bullied a lot because of autism. And, it was actually felt really good to be like going out on the field and hanging out with your friends who are now your best friends, and they actually love you and respect you just for who you are as a person. And that's what I love about paintball. Like, they don't give a crap what you are. They don't care if you did some horrible shit. They, as long as you treat people like, you want to be treated, they will treat you like family.
Yeah. I'm glad you threw that caveat in there. As long as you treat people the way you want to be treated.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And I remember, oh man, I do remember one time that I say by that because the fact that it was a 3-man tournament back in, I think it was 2 years ago. My memory is really bad now. I believe it was 2 years ago. I was playing a 3-man tournament called the King of the South. I was with a team known Nola Savages, and I was so mad at one time. Like, I lost my cool because I did get shot on the arm, but the refs were telling me that, hey, it's clean. It was just rub. So I kept on playing the point, hit the buzzer. Main ref say, hey, it's a dirty hang. I was livid. That's when I knew that a couple of the boys from the Savages, Caesar and Taylor, shout out to you guys. They literally told me, hey, it's okay, man. It's okay. Like, just calm down. It's okay. Because I was about to go off on the head ref. Like, I was literally about to go off because it was miscommunication, but it was bullshit. Sorry. I curse a lot.
It's all right. Hey, that's why we got the explicit content filter rolling.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
It is paintball after all.
Exactly.
So when did the idea for the paintball lounge start kicking around in your head?
Well, it was actually during the pandemic that I was done with going to high school and everything, and then working a lot. I didn't get a chance to play a lot because, work and everything. And then when the pandemic hit, I was like, man, I was like wanting to go play because we were always indoors for a whole period of time. And all we can watch was Ultimate Shootout.
Yeah.
And then when we got the release that, hey, we can go out there and play now, but it's going to be on a certain field. And the only field we could play was Gulf Coast. And it was like, thank you. Thank you. I needed this. Then knowing that my girlfriend, who she's been with me for 5+ years, she's actually the reason why of the Paintball Lounge was created. It was her idea.
Okay.
I was chilling in my room and I was watching paintball, just watching the old videos, like back in 2014, like really old Paintball Room Alive, like all those old videos. And I was playing Greg Hastings Paintball 2 on my Xbox One, the big cable box one.
Yeah.
And she literally says, hey, why don't you make a podcast or a talk show that involves about paintball? I'm like, first of all, I'm nervous as hell. I'm a very shy person. And she literally says, well, you are always like talking about it. Like, why don't you share your love and your acknowledgement to the world? I'm like, you know what? Sure. Let's give it a try. And for a whole solid month, I went through so many listings. Like, it was bad. It was I think one of them was You Got Shot podcast or Balls Deep in Paint.
Yeah, I like Balls Deep.
It kept on, the list kept going on and on and on. I was like, oh my God, these are so terrible. These are really terrible. And then I was watching wrestling when it hit me. I was watching ECW back in the 1995 era, and I hear the people, shouting ECW, ECW. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I want something like that. I want something that it could be simple and people could chant and it'd be easy to remember. And then it clicked on me. I was like, the Paintball Lounge, TPL. And then I talked to my girl and she's like, I love it. Go for it. And history tells itself.
Yeah. Like, what did you start out with, like equipment wise?
So equipment wise, believe it or not, is my laptop that I use. I still use it. It was
Okay.
actually made for schooling. And it was a gaming laptop and I still use it. This is what I use is on my side right here. This little thing powers up everything. I still use the cameras I'm using right now that I bought. I bought the camera, I bought the laptop. This microphone was not there before.
So you started raw without the microphone?
Oh my God. When Anchor was around, there was a thing called Anchor FM.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before Spotify bought them, or I think they bought them or something like that, because they changed the program to Spotify podcast creators. But back then it was Anchor, and Anchor was really fun. I enjoyed it because I could have been monetized. I could have like done a lot of new stuff with it, and I literally had my phone, so I would literally go up to the person and be a journalist, like kind of like be like the journalist kind of feel. It was crazy. And the first person who I interviewed on the Paintball Lounge was Drew Bankston from LA Extreme. And yes, that is the home of the Hurricanes. And which is still on Spotify. The first episode is still on Spotify.
Still there?
Still there. And I watch it every single day. And I'm like, God, this is bad. It's like, oof. So from that one episode, I taught myself, okay, you know what? Let's change it up a bit. Let's do not me going up to these people. Let's do it from at home. Cause I didn't want to feel like the paparazzi, like the TV crews or anything. I want to do it at home where everybody can be like, wherever they want, just lounge around and just chill. And it was just like, going to be interviews. It was just going to be straight up interviews for locally people here in Louisiana. It was never going to be like pros or field owners. It was just going to be strictly locally people. And then I started bringing up video podcasting because it was all audio.
Yeah.
It was all audio. But then I started bringing videos, and I think it was Drew Bankston that told me to do video, or I think it was Corey Andrews, who is AP Photography, who is actually one of our sponsors. I don't think you could see it probably because of the belt, but right there, that little golden symbol.
Right.
I think it was him that told me to try out a video podcast. I'm not quite sure, but someone did told me to do it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. Why not? And I can tell you straight up, I went through so many streaming platforms. Like, there's one on me for Restream, StreamYard. We did one on Discord. Man, what was another one? And then now here.
Okay.
So yeah, we
Riverside for those that are uninitiated.
Yeah. And believe it or not, Riverside to me has taken care of all the needs I wanted for this to be the way it is, price wise and everything, because like the price for StreamYard when they went up high to be like $44 or $45 a month. I was like, I can't do that. Like, I don't have that kind of money every single month. And for people who come on the show, that's gonna be like maybe once every month and twice every month. Like, like I just can't do that. And then Restream had problems with my account. They had problems, all right. Like they were not giving me the quality that I wanted. Yeah. So the quality you had to stick with if you were paying $16 an hour was not $16 an hour, sorry, $16 a month was about a 720p, 30 frames per second. And I was like, nah, not gonna happen. I stuck with 720. Once I want to go 1080p. I don't care if it's like 30 frames per second. I just want to do 1080p. And I saw Riverside on an ad, and then been stuck with it ever since. And I've been loving it. I only pay like $34 a month.
Yeah, it's not that bad, and it does a lot.
Oh, yeah,
it does a lot.
It does so much. It does so much that I want it.
Yeah, it's a lot of bang for the buck for sure. So,
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
You know, probably doesn't do everything the greatest, but it does everything. So,
It doesn't do everything, like, doesn't do like what StreamYard does, but in my defense, I feel like Riverside is actually so much better than StreamYard, because not only is good for the money, and you're saving like $7, I think, around that price, $7 or something like that, but it's also where I don't have to like worry about so many things at one time. Like the Telegram and everything. Oh man, I wish I never did the Telegram or teleprompt, whatever it's called. On the
yeah,
oh my god, that was a bad idea. I felt like the news from channel Fox 8 News, like with that freaking teleprompt on the screen. And I believe it was one of my best friends, Jeremiah. He said to me one day that sooner or later I gotta wear a suit. And I'm like, no, no.
it's a relaxed atmosphere, man. So,
Exactly.
give me the lay of the land for Louisiana paintball. I mean, we all know the Hurricanes, right?
Yes.
The boys
So
are doing pretty good this year, but take me through the
hopefully
divisional.
they'll do better for Dallas.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Well, Louisiana is a very small state when it comes to paintball. We're not like massive owned like HK Army or stuff like that. We don't get a lot of sponsors. We really don't. So everything that we pay for, like when it comes to like rooms, paint, and everything, that's come from all the divisional players and fundraisers and stuff like that. But our divisional side, like LA Extreme team, the black version, the regular white Bearcats, see who else, CC Evolution, Guerrilla Warfares, all of our divisional players have been busting their ass day in and day out. And I just wish that we can get them on them, like on Ghost Sports or something, to show people that, hey, we may be not like having a lot of fields like Texas or Florida or California, but we have these great players coming out and we're grinding every single weekend trying to be that first place winner. And we did on UXBL. LAX won first place. And that was literally an amazing moment. I wasn't there, unfortunately, but I was screaming off my phone watching it on my phone at work, and I was literally jumping in joy and like a freaking fucking idiot. My work even said, "You look like an idiot." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
So are most teams going out to Texas to play competitively?
Yes, that's correct. Most of our teams go to UXBL or Georgia. They're the NGXL.
Yeah, you guys got a couple teams in there.
Yeah. Who else? I know they go. Some of them maybe went to Florida to play MVPS, but that was a while back. But mostly they've been just playing Texas and Georgia, which is, it's working out for them. And I'm not on the team or anything like that, not that I know of. But for one of my knowledge is they mostly just play Texas events, and they're just, like I said, keep on grinding and get
So
first place.
does the state have like a local tournament series?
So we did back in a while back, even after the pandemic, we had a thing called LAX Ball.
Okay.
That was like a D4, D5 kind of style, but we tweaked a little bit because some players did not like the NXL rules during that time. PG and Drew, they tweaked the rules a little bit, but it was a local tournament, expo style. I think we used the layouts from like other tournaments. It just depended who came out first. And we used that layout. And it was a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. And then we had the King of South. That one I wish that we kept around because it was a 3-man series and was all around the south of Louisiana, Mississippi, but mostly in Louisiana. And now we only have one, and it's in Lafayette. It's called Lavina. And Damien over there, he's literally the only one in localized Louisiana actually has tournaments over there. And based on my knowledge, I don't know if we're going to have Louisiana tournaments in like LAX anymore or something like that, because I know from Drew's schedule, running the field and also being, a field for the Hurricanes, it's a lot of time crunching and everything. So, but there are like rumors, I hear rumors and him posting on a page that he is bringing back LAX ball, and I hope he does. I really do, because that is what we lack. I'm not trying to, stir up shit or anything.
Oh no, it's just it is what it is. Like the Carolinas went through a phase, and Georgia had a long phase where there weren't tournament series there or bigger ones. Not having a local tournament scene really kind of crushes competitive paintball.
It's not just that. It's also, so this is I guess people could say my philosophy or what I believe in. I feel like to me that local tournaments is the key to keep a paintball in a state going, because not everybody has the funds to go travel to Texas or fly to Philly or do all these international traveling as well. And you get these star players who are literally, they got into the sport, they bought the gear, they bought their markers, they're ready to hold up to their skills. They want to put their skills to the test. They want to try it out, but then they have to travel. And not a lot of people can do that. And it's what it does, it actually cripples us to where that without local tournaments at any other city, like, Baton Rouge or Slidell or New Orleans, like all we're doing, we're just rusting our skills, and then sooner or later dies off the passion. And a lot of players that I know of have left the speedball field and left paintball, and mostly because they have kids and stuff like that, which is understandable. But I have a gut feeling they did that. They left because the excitement is gone. Like everybody's so focusing on these big tournaments, they're not helping the small ones who cannot play big tournaments.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You got a favorite field out there?
Actually, due to the fact that of my podcast and being known as the voice of Louisiana paintball, I don't have a favorite field anymore. It used to
Fair
be
enough.
LAX. It used to be LAX, but I gotta be biased because all the other fields I went to, they have their strengths and they do have their weaknesses. but I love going to different fields, experience different things, different games, different people, how they play, and meet new people. And also I like to show the, first timer, like a kid who buys like a HK Army steel tank and his first marker is like a spider or something. I know a lot of people don't do this, but I do it. Well, I let the kid borrow like for one game or two of my stuff. So he can get a feel like, hey, this is a Ether 3M with the upgrades. Go rip it. And I love when they come back. They're like, I want to get one. I'm like, they're like so happy and they're so static. And then when they touch my CS3, they're like kid in the candy store, and it just warms my heart. It really does.
So you rocking, what gear you rocking these days, man?
So, man, I gotta see CS3 original, not the pro. Thank God, I don't have the money for that. Then a JT tank, the JT Light. I think it was it called the Ultralight.
Yeah. My buddy got one of those.
That one, I have two hoppers. I got a Control 2 hopper and Spire 5 limited edition, crystal blue kind of style. And then I have two masks. I have a carbon mask, the Cellar edition, because I like black and I think it looks badass. And then, so I have a JT mask.
Okay.
But the story about the JT mask was this, that my girlfriend bought the mask for me and she bought it from Lone Wolf Paintball. And it was a mask that Tony just built. And I just saw not too long ago.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, she literally calls me and tells me, hey, check out the Lone Wolf Paintball's page. Okay. Then sees my name. I'm like, me a mask? Why would you do that? And she told me, it's our 5-year anniversary, so deal with it.
So what's your favorite non-pro guest you've had on the show?
Ooh, my favorite non-pro. That's a tough one.
Give me a top 3 if you can't narrow it down to one.
I can't now because, man, there were so many guesses here that I just honestly love. I think if I had to be my first one has to be Drew Bankston, because he was my first one I interview, which I'm probably gonna redo that episode probably with him soon. My second one had to be Stephanie from Sandu Photography. That interview was her first time, just like this is my first time, and she was a train wreck. Like, she was nervous, and I told her, "Look, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be it's gonna be a-okay," and it was awesome. And she had an amazing time. And I messaged her saying, "Hey, told you, like, you're gonna be fine." And I guess my third one has to be that one is kind of tough. I'm in between Wesley Smith and Dylan and BZ from Gorilla, because it was actually BZ and Dylan. They told me that, hey, I'm the voice of Louisiana Paintball.
Okay.
And that's where I got the slogan. I'm known as the voice of Louisiana Paintball, because I was just going as the Paintball Lounge, and that was it. But now I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll ride with this. It's catchy. It's very catchy.
It is catchy. So when did you start doing live stuff?
So the live stuff was, I was challenging myself, because it was like maybe the fourth episode, or I think it was the fourth episode or somewhere there, that I was watching other podcasters like play the game and stuff like that. And I was like, I didn't watch the Spick and Span show because I didn't know that Ryan Greenspan and Kyle had a Spick and Span show. So, but I was thinking about this. Why don't I go live? Like, let's do something different. That's something that has not done a lot. Because when you think about podcasts, a lot of people think, oh, it's just like, record and that's it. Yeah. And I think to myself, why should I just do live stream? Challenge myself. And that's when I started doing it. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I did it. And now every single time on Behind the Marker, we do live stream from now on. And I like it. I honestly love it because like I don't like to stick to a script. And that was the one thing I did not want to do. Stick it to a script because I am horrible of scripting. It's bad.
Yeah.
Like you would probably put me on a play for like a show or anything, I would immediately forget it. That's how bad it is. And I have a photographic memory, but I will forget my lines.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick to live. Let's just stick to live.
So what's the difference in between like the normal episodes and the behind the marker episodes?
So the Behind the Marker episodes, that one was originally the Paintball Lounge episode like 1 and 2, which is basically just like I said earlier that we were just going to interview just local players. The Behind the Marker was okay. You know what? I'm tired of calling it episode 1 and 2 and stuff like that. I want something a little bit more like a title, like a little bit like a segment.
Okay.
So I went to watch. I did a lot of research of different names, so I don't take anybody's names. In the pits, behind the bunker, all that. I had checked every single podcasting there is, so I don't steal their material. And I didn't see anything that said, you know what, let's do Behind the Marker. Because I say Behind the Marker because, you know, we're paintballers. We're shooting a marker. Let's talk the story about who's holding this marker. Who's holding the Pro of the CS3 Pro or the Die MXR. Like, let's get behind that story. And I stuck with it ever since. But another thing is that what's different from Behind the Marker and a regular episode is that a regular episode is now mostly me doing gameplay, like me just going out there on a Saturday and Sunday and recording. I should have brought my camera. It's over there. My DJI Action 2 camera, and that took off like a rocket.
The gameplay footage.
Yeah, because I never thought I was going to do it. Like that took off like a rocket. Like I get more views doing gameplay footage and Behind the Marker than I did with live tournaments and stuff like that. Because we did do live tournaments, like try to do live broadcasts at one point, but
that's a hard thing to do.
very
like, holy crap, dude. That's really hard to do.
Oh my God. That was the most challenging thing I have ever done. And I failed big time. 4 cameras, barely even Wi-Fi. Oh, it was bad. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if people understand how much how much Wi-Fi it takes to do those.
It was the yeah, the thing is that the problem was the cameras I was using. See, I had a great concept, and that was having like 4 cameras, 2 on the Dorito side and 2 on the Snake side. So everybody can get different eye view of each player on different sides. The problem is that the cameras I was using, the brand was not syncing to each other. And every time I hit the live view button, like go live, it will pixelate so bad to where that it was really difficult to get a steady stream. And I was just like, you know what, I'm sick of it. Like I'm done. Like this is literally pissing me off like every single Sunday. And I have footage of me recording for the Hurricanes and Diesel, and that was a nerve wracking because I was literally hoping that the cameras do not mess up, and they didn't mess up during recording, but live streaming, they fucked up bad. Oof! I told my girl I'm done with this. Like, if I go back to it, I'm gonna be doing something that within my budget and something I can actually work on without having any problem.
Yeah, there's a little bit of barrier for entry for doing live streaming for sure.
Yeah.
So it's not something you can pieced together on the shoestring budget.
No, I did not know that cameras nowadays, there's so many of them. Like, I did not know that. Like, now there's like a Mevo, there's rear stream. And then they came out with this one called Xspot Go.
I've heard of that one.
So what I didn't hear about as well until I saw an ad for it. Apparently, what you do, it's like a big box, and you put your phone literally on this like clamping they have.
Oh, is that the one that follows you?
Yeah, it follows you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I looked at I was literally on the phone with my girl, and I was telling her, where was this when I needed those cameras? Because it was just my phone. And I was like, I needed this from the headaches, and you're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah. That thing's way better than setting up the tripod with a GoPro in the corner and hoping you get something decent.
Just don't get me started with GoPros. I hate GoPros. I hate them.
Yeah.
Well, I do.
I haven't bought a new one in a while, so
Don't. Save your money. Just save your money, buddy.
I want to check out those Insta 360s. I got a couple guys that have picked them up, and they look like they're doing pretty good.
Insta 360 in my book, it's good for the price, but I'm saving for when DJI comes out with their version of the Go 3S.
Okay.
Because it's gonna happen. Because DJI just came out with their own 360 camera.
Yeah.
I've been rocking with DJI ever since I got the Action 2, and I feel like DJI will be the best suit for paintball in general, because the fact that they have this like rough outer shell, and that's actually perfect for the sport we play, because mostly we play in the woods or we're on turf and we're getting shot at, and I don't want my $400 or $500 camera
Go up and smoke.
Yeah. And another thing to warn you about the Go 3S is this: if you have a micro SD card, and you have to buy an adapter just to put the SD card in there. Now you can use their app, but I like to have the camera and the SD card all in one, so that way I don't have to go on the app. I can just plug it up on my computer, do the footage, be done.
Okay. So what inspired the starting to do the game footage or playing footage, I guess?
So, that was a lot of people ask me that, and I love talking about it. This is actually one of my favorite topics. So, the reason why I do the gameplay footage is because of the fact, when you think about Louisiana paintball, only thing you think about is speedball, because everybody just posts speedball videos at LAX, and there's literally not a single footage of other fields. Woods ball, different fields. There's not a single one of them until I showed up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like me doing these gameplay footage. It's me giving back to Louisiana paintball, because all the stuff they've done when they have saved me from like a situation that I was in, and this is me giving back to them.
Okay.
So,
and again, to show what else is out there for these different fields outside the speedball field.
Yes, exactly. Because like guerrilla warfare is Justin from Guerrilla Warfare is like, he's the nicest guy ever before, and he's a really great supporter of what I'm doing. And believe it or not, he had a couple of professional football players going onto his field, and like I texted them, I was like, hey, when's the next time they're coming on the field? Because I would love to get footage of me and the football player going at it, or just the whole team. I don't care. I think that would be great footage, and y'all will have a lot of people coming to your field to see an LSU or the Saints team splattering all over me. And ever since me doing footage, like he hasn't messaged me about those people coming back. And if he does, it's not the time I'm not playing. It's always I'm at work or something. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. But no, ever since I've been doing these videos, like I've seen a lot of people playing the fields at Baton Rouge, Mandeville, Slidell, NOLA. I feel like it's actually helping, because it's getting people more drawn into the sport day by day. And They always ask me, like, hey, am I going to be a YouTube star? Yeah, I kind of be like this. Yeah, you are. You're going to be a star, all right? Me shooting you.
So how long do you normally, how long does it normally take to edit that gameplay footage?
Oof. It depends. It actually depends how much I play. Usually I would put the file on YouTube and then be done for the day. But then I started like, you know what? It's starting to get a little boring. Like me doing these long footage kind of videos. So I started doing this, like turning off my DJI when I get shot and walking back to the base. Or if I get shot in general from playing speedball, I just turn off the camera. And sometimes I will actually forget to turn off the camera. So it depends on how long the footage that I forgot to turn off the camera. So it may take like about a couple minutes, but it depends on how much footage I got. Now, when I was using the mask, the freaking mask camera and the barrel camera at the same time, that took me about an hour to an hour and a half. Because you have to like sync the right shots and the sound quality. Because if you got like this level, this is perfect. But if one's like this, then the whole video is fucked up.
Okay.
So I got rid of the mask camera. Thank God I did, because I just couldn't do it. And now I have just a barrel. And honestly, I feel like that the barrel camera is doing good as it is. And if I do get a mask, it's going to be one with the same brand of my barrel camera. So that way I don't have
That
to.
way it's matched already.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's a tip. If you're thinking about filming and you want 2 cameras, get 2 of these same cameras.
Yeah.
Don't be like, I got the
hard way.
GoPro, I'll get this for the mask. Just get 2 of the same.
Yes. Especially one that says like voice control. Believe it or not, voice control helps a lot.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, it helps a lot, especially in big games.
How's the scenario scene out there, man? Like, is there a decent
Oh yeah,
scenario scene?
well, I gotta give shout out to again to Lavina, and also shout out to Brock from Paintball Republic in Mississippi. These 2 guys have been awesome when it comes to scenarios. I've actually was the general of the a Game of Thrones scenario.
Nice.
But here's the thing, I never done it before. And that was hard. I did not know what I was doing. And I played scenarios before. But running as a general, that was difficult. I'll do it again? Hell no. I don't know how these guys who are doing generals of big scenario events, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Like, it's a lot of planning, a lot of tactics. But I had a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. The Game of Thrones event was a lot of fun. Did a Robin Hood event. That was interesting. Red versus Blue. It's a classic, and I love it. Now, I want to go to the one in Lavinia someday because I've heard so good reviews about it. I just haven't got the chance to do it because I got work and stuff happens. But that might be one day I would love to do, is just go to scenario in Louisiana.
Okay. Nice. So what's you've had a couple pro guys on / industry guys. What's your favorite and why?
Now you're really putting me on the spot with this one. God dang it. If I had to go do I can't do top 5 because I didn't have a lot. I gotta say, I got a lot, like the pros I did interview, I'm still shocked that they even did it. Like, I think the 2 most shocking ones that I can know of, and it was still forever be in my heart, will be Nick Soviak and Tyler Hartman. I would never thought those 2 guys would say, yes, let's go on the show. Mike, I was just messaging y'all like for shits and giggles. What? You serious? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. I'll announce it. Like, and then of course I had Bianca on there before you went to Dynasty. I love Coach Bianca. That him. If I had to, it's not because because I'm the Hurricanes fan and everything. I just love interviewing these guys. Bianca, Tyler Hardman, Scott, Nick, all these guys. I just love hearing the story. about how it all started for them. And especially, like ones that who are just starting to be pro that we don't know of, and which I would love to have on the show, but a certain someone is too scared.
Someone's dodging you.
Yeah, I know who. And if he watches this episode, he knows who I'm talking about. But
look, all the Hurricane Boys should be lining up for you. You should have one a month.
I wish, dude. Let's be honest
Boys, you
with
got to get on here and help them build the brand, build your brand.
Oh, I wish I could have every single hurricane on here, but everybody got lives, and I don't want to take away so much of their time, because they gotta get ready for NXL, and
I got time. One of them a month. They can make it happen.
I don't know. We'll see about that.
We'll make your sponsor happy, Hurricanes. I promise you, I'll make your
I
sponsor
wish I was
happy.
sponsored. If I was sponsored by the Hurricanes, man, I will literally jump in my pool shirtless with a beer. Like, I would definitely do it. No shits and giggles. I would definitely do it if I ever got sponsored by the Hurricanes.
Let's get this man sponsorship. I want to see the video.
I would actually get my best friend. I would be like this. Hey, bro, I need to come down here. And my best friend lives like literally 2 minutes down to my house. So he will literally come here if I need him, and he will probably take this. It probably be cold as water, but I don't care. I'll do it.
Let's make it happen. Well, shit, man, we're almost at an hour, which is where I like to keep them. But take me through the people that are supporting you real quick.
Yeah, man. LAX, Gorilla, Pelican Paintball. The owner of Pelican Paintball is also the owner of NOLA Paintball. Used to work for the guy. Anytime I need like a gear or a gun, I go straight to him, and he takes care of me. I take care of him. That's how we do it. There's some other I can't name all of them because some of them are not on my banner. That's hence the reason I gotta get a new one. Stephanie from Sandu Photography, biggest person ever. She's also the owner of Underdog Society, which is a t-shirt company. Really great product quality, and she's actually behind the scenes of Louisiana Paintball, like the speedball side. So I watch her videos all the time, and I'm like, "You're doing this right." Uh-huh. Now, I would tell her, like, I would not be afraid to tell, "Hey, you might want to cut this out, or you might want to." Do that. I haven't told her yet, but she knows I will tell her. Who else? Command, of course, for their great Woodsball field and their great hospitality they have. Ooh, I got a lot of people. Man, a lot of people support my crazy ass self. Man, I can't think of anything else. I hate paintball. I gotta give credit to those guys. Man, I love Joey and them.
And that thing they did with Commit It was hilarious.
I actually had Twister on here. And when I had Twister on here, I literally said, I think it's still on the video, and I said this: why did you not call it a Louisiana, like a Louisiana theme? Because like the whole setup looked like a day in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Like I honestly wish I did get the spot for the Twister guns. Mm-hmm. But the one I wanted was either the Trans Am or the Rust Bucket.
Yeah, I like that Rust Bucket.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, but 2,600, that's a little.
Yeah, that's a lot, but it's a pretty gun.
Oh yeah, the Twisters. I don't know how they. I mean, I know how they do it, but obviously, but the fact that it was only a two-person job, is crazy.
Yeah,
like I would not do it. I cannot do it. like to keep up all these orders and everything.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, y'all can take care of that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so tell everyone when you're releasing shows in case they aren't familiar with you.
So right now I have nothing at this present point, but I'm trying to think about doing a story, like a vlog called Finishing the Story, which is basically my, the story of me leading up to go play World Cup or be at World Cup. I'm thinking about doing that. But mostly I just play whenever I can. I mean, sometimes I'll play at Command a lot because they're open at 8 o'clock in the morning and I go work at 2. So it's kind of like the perfect spot. Or I go practice at LAX on Sunday mornings. But it's just, like I said, wherever I go, that's where I post it. I am actually open for any person who wants to jump on my show for interview. Like, I just go by their schedule, see whichever one would be best for them.
And they're all live, right?
Oh, yes. Every single one, we go live on Facebook, YouTube, and that's mostly it. And then next day will be on Spotify.
Okay, cool. So, but it's just whenever you can land the interviews and you just go live with it. Cool.
Yeah, I keep it like, where it's not like time crunching, like I have a certain schedule. Like I like to keep it like, like a free flow, go with the flow kind of like environment.
You got it. It's called the lounge.
See, you get it. It's like we're just gonna chill here, vape, drink. I don't care. Do whatever we gotta do. Just, let's just have a great time. That's all that matters.
Well, we'll wrap it up. You know, you know the drill. We gotta just make sure it uploads. But hey, man, thanks for coming on. Go check
Hey.
out Zach's podcast, and we'll see you next time on the Planet Paintball Podcast.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
All right, man.
Thanks for tuning in to the Planet Paintball Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Whether you're out there grinding in the divisional pits or chasing dreams on the pro stage, remember, it's all about the passion, the hustle, and the love for the sport. Shout out to 1023 Sportswear for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to use code Planet Paintball at checkout for 20% off your order. Gear up, save big. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and we'll see you back here on the Planet Paintball Podcast